welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. Today we are going to be doing the match watch along for Man United v Luton Town at Old Trafford in the Premier League. Now, we've got an interesting lineup here. So we've got Onana in net, we have Maguire and Lindelof at the back. Varane has obviously been somewhat benched, but given how Ten Hag's been talking about getting the most of the build-up from the back with the two centre-backs, this isn't really a surprise that Varane's been benched, because on form, Maguire has been our best centre-back and his preferred position is the right centre-back position, the same as Varane. So on form, Maguire starts clearly. And yeah, then we move over to the full-backs. We've got Sergio starting on the left, which I did predict. I did think that Sergio was going to start on the left, given Deleu's horrific performance against Copenhagen. However, what I did not predict is that Aaron Wan-Bissaka would get injured. I'm still waiting to hear news on Wan-Bissaka, if it's an injury or an illness or why he's not involved in the squad. But yeah, Deleu has started at right back, unfortunately, in my opinion. Hopefully he can prove me wrong. Hopefully he can put in a performance. He's shown that he can do it against lower level teams like Fulham. So maybe he can do it against Luton. I hope he can. But yeah, was quite disappointed to see that Wan-Bissaka wasn't involved in the starting 11. As for the midfield, Ten Hag has stuck with Eriksen, McTominay and Fernandes. No surprise here. Ten Hag has also come out and said that this midfield is probably the most balanced that we've got at the moment. And considering McTominay can score a goal, Fernandes can get a goal and assist, Eriksen can get an assist from deep, it's probably our most creative midfield three, as Mason Mount still looks to establish himself in the side. As for the starting three forwards, we have Garnacho, Højlund and Rashford. Now, with the front three, I'm assuming we're going to be sticking to what we did against Copenhagen with Garnacho on the left, Rashford on the right and Højlund up top. So I think we're probably most likely going to be sticking with this, because if we actually look at it, prior to the ridiculous red card against Copenhagen, we were 2-0 up and we were playing pretty good football. So there wasn't much reason for Ten Hag to change the side too much. The only differences really that have come in are Sergio at left back, Lindelof over Evans, because Evans has picked up a thigh strain, I believe, which could keep him out for a few weeks, which again isn't surprising considering his age. But yeah, I think this is probably the best starting 11 that we have based on what we've seen so far this season. I'm not necessarily surprised with anything. I'm just disappointed that Wan-Bissaka did pick up that injury. And now we are relying on Deleu at right back, which we've seen isn't really the ideal starting right back for us. Let me just see if I can pull this up. But yeah, as for the actual match itself, against Luton Town, Luton are obviously not doing that well in the league this season. So Luton Town are... let me just double check. I believe they're... Okay, so they're 17th in the league. The only teams worse than them so far have been Bournemouth, Burnley and Sheffield United. Now, we did struggle against Sheffield United. So I'm not going to say that we're completely going to breeze past Luton like we should. However, I think I feel quite confident with his side based on what we saw against Copenhagen. But the only area I'm really worried about is Diogo Dalot. I don't know if he's going to be able to. I don't know if he's going to be able to go a game without making a mistake. But I hope he can, and yeah, fingers crossed we get the win. But yeah, when you actually look at the side so far this season, as for Varane, he hasn't really picked up any. He hasn't necessarily picked up any form. He's been injured, then he's not been selected, then he's been injured, and I think we could very well be seeing Varane edged out of the club now. Not because of a personal strain between him and Erik ten Hag. I think it's kind of black and white why Varane isn't starting today. I don't believe it's because of a bust-up in training or anything like that. I think it's purely down to Maguire being in better form, which a lot of people are going to struggle to... they're going to struggle to really understand that. But yeah, no, I think it's more evident than ever, and realistically, to go against what Ten Hag wants, I don't know if that's a smart thing to do at this stage of the season. Because Ten Hag clearly thinks that this is his best starting lineup, best starting defence. And something that Ten Hag has mentioned quite frequently as well are automatisms, which I'm guessing what he means by that is the actions that we take without even having to think about it when building up and playing with other players. So he opted to go with the Johnny Evans and Maguire centre-back partnership because they had these automatisms. They knew how to build up, where each other would be, and there was more chemistry between the two players. And that is the same reason as to why Lindelof and Maguire are starting together now. They've got more chemistry together than Varane and Maguire. Ten Hag also came out and said that he's noticed that the build-up play between Maguire and Varane is quite slow in comparison to Lindelof and Maguire. So I think it's definitely something to work on, and I think Varane's pretty much out of the door now. Jehan, yo, admin's angel, represent. How you doing, Jehan? How's your week been? On a completely un-United related note, because obviously we all know how our week's been, but how's life out of the bloody hell that is Manchester United season? Good to hear, man. Just went on a hike, bloody hell. Go on hikes often? Today morning. Oh, okay. What's for today morning? Oh, you went on a hike today morning. Bloody hell. How high? How high a hike did you go on? And wait a sec, sorry. Tottenham are now drawing with Wolves, and I think that's happened in the 91st minute. That's sad for them. To be honest, I preferred Tottenham to do well, but as was predicted, Man City are now top of the league with that draw for Tottenham, and yeah, whatever. 100,002 breaches. Who cares? Who cares? No, it was my first time. Well, did you enjoy it? I mean, hiking's pretty good. Very therapeutic. Very get to see the sights. Get to burn off some calories. Mackenzie, does anyone know what channel this game is on? Obviously, it's not on an English channel, but it's got to be somewhere. Let me have a look for you, my learned friend. United. Have a look. What does everyone think of the lineup, though? Let me know your thoughts. Jehan, yeah, it was really nice. We also got to see the sun. Very good, very good. I think if you can, I think if you get to see the sunrise / sunset, it's very good for your mental health. Very relaxing. So Jehan thinks that the lineup's interesting. Let me know your thoughts, Mackenzie. I'm quite interested to see what you think because your main man Delo's back in the lineup, so you should be reveling at that. Very happy to see Delo. Woohoo! And happy birthday, Mackenzie. Is it your birthday, or is it like a birthday weekend kind of thing? Is that what you meant in the chat? Hopefully Hoyland can score some. It would be good to see Hoyland get a couple of Premier League goals because he has been struggling in the league. But I think with Rashford at right wing, that does increase the chances of Hoyland scoring because Rashford on the right wing, as selfish as a player as he's been branded, is actually quite creative. We saw that against Copenhagen where he sat deeper so Wan-Bissaka could bomb forward and he would play him in. So it'd be interesting to see if we see the same thing today. Relaxing considering what shitstorm United will bring. Yeah. Hopefully the Man United vs Luton game will be as peaceful as watching a sunrise. That's what I hope. Okay, so the game has not been selected for broadcast in the UK. So, how to watch Man United vs Luton in the USA? You can watch Man United v Luton on Fubo TV or Peacock. There we go. So it's Peacock or Fubo TV. Completely legitimate channels. Here's my birthday today. Cheers. Bloody hell, Mackenzie. Are you old enough to get a Red Bull without getting ID'd now, or? But happy birthday, man. There's no better way to spend your birthday than an Old Truthford stream and and a devastating Man United loss. I hope you have a good one, man. I'm old enough anyway, but I still get ID'd. Oh, never mind, mate. Never mind. Oh my god, Tottenham are losing now. Tottenham are losing 2-1 to Wolves. They have absolutely bottled it. Tottenham have been Tottenham. Ange is probably crumbling right now. God, yeah, they've capitulated after that Chelsea result. They've absolutely capitulated. To go from leading the game for 87 minutes and then in the 91st minute and 97th minute concede 2 goals. Spurs return. History of the Tottenham. How old, Mackenzie? And how are you celebrating? Bloody hell, Tottenham season. Okay, so where does this leave Tottenham now that they've lost there? Okay, so Tottenham can be leapfrogged by Liverpool, Arsenal, And if Villa win, they'll be 1 point behind them. And Tottenham's whole title race and the hype after having a few good results is absolutely in tatters now. They'll be fourth probably by the end of this weekend, and then we will eventually catch them up. So if we win today, we're 5 points behind Tottenham, who have been absolutely lauded by all of the pundits and chirpy Ange and, oh, look what he's done to Tottenham, but Ten Hag hasn't done anything. Okay, we're 5 points behind them, and this has been our worst season, and we've got a bunch of injuries. Means absolutely nothing. Never buy into the hype, guys. Never buy into the hype. 17 and going for food after the game, hoping I've found the right channel. Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm gonna see if I Oh yeah, I do have Peacock. Thank goodness I remembered. But yeah, no. I think realistically we should be looking at a 2-0 win today. Can Luton surprise us? Yes. Can the referee screw us over? Yes. Are we just going to be bearing witness to both of these things? Possibly. But I think Delo usually has good games against low-level opposition, and that's where he builds up his credit and gets his hype back. Sergio coming back. Ten Hag's obviously benched him because he was recovering from that injury, and his performances were showing that. So hopefully we will get like a on-form Sergio now. Lindelof and Maguire, they've got a history as a centre-back partnership. Not a great history, considering the amount of goals they've conceded, but at least we've got informed Maguire, and Lindelof's been fairly shiz this season as well, I'm not going to lie. Onana's been in good form, that's good to see. Midfield three, quite happy with that balance. As long as we can keep McTominay away from our box, I'm all for it. And for front three, Garnacho, Højlund and Rashford. I expect to see a Højlund goal today. Mackenzie, I'm on Peacock. It says Channel 10, but there's no Channel 10. Golf is on Channel 10. That's weird. I'll find this out. Let me see. Oh, gone are the days where it's just an easy, accessible way to watch football, huh? Gone are the days. But also, Mackenzie, I would kind of want to know what presents you got for your birthday, because you're still a young lad. Like you still get a bit hype around your birthday. When you get older, it's kind of just like, oh, this again. But I want to know what you got. Did you finally get that Diogo Dalot poster that you were after, or? Okay, we are about 23 minutes now from kickoff. I'm waiting to see what's going on here because there are some technical difficulties, it would appear. But no, I think I'm very confident for the game. Also, guys, get your score predictions in the chat. I want to see what you guys are thinking and if you're as confident as I am, because there's no reason not to be confident for this game. It's the factors that are outside of our control whether we win this game or not, and we'll see if they affect us today. I did see a Manchester United post of Ten Hag saying that all the managers need to come together and pretty much speak to the PGMOL, which is the refereeing body, I believe. And yeah, they all need to come together. So hopefully that can happen before Christmas. Still don't know how it's going to affect anything because the referees just continuously make bad decisions, particularly against United. But yeah, hopefully we can change it around. Mackenzie, do not call me rich and spoiled, because my mum worked her ass off for it, but she bought me a pair of off-white Jordans. Bloody hell, Mackenzie. Nah, I won't call you spoiled. Nah, that's cool, man. Are you a sneakerhead then? How much? Okay, if you're comfortable saying, Mackenzie, how much do a pair of off-white Jordans cost these days? Because I'm not into the whole fashion thing, to be honest. 3-0 United, 2-1 United, 5k. No, they don't cost 5k, mate. Stop it. Stop it. Those your mom did not buy a pair of shoes for 5k, bro. Two-one United. Okay, Jahan thinks it's going to be squeaky bum time during this match. I don't know, Jahan. I don't know, man. I didn't even know, but my sister googled it. I'm gonna have to do some research into that because there's no way. Like, what does your mom do? Like, collect money from fountains or something? How can someone have 5k to spend on a pair of trainers? Stop it. Okay, let's see what Ten Hag has had to say coming into this match as well, because I'm sure the uproar will be about Varane, blah, blah, blah. Let's question Ten Hag, but say that we back him, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what Ten Hag has to say. So, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is ill, so we have to make a change. But that's how it is. They know the rules and the principles. Now they have to show it on the pitch. Okay, so that's like a direct message to to Diogo Dalot right there. That's hilarious. Like look at how these are words that have literally come out Eric Ten Hag's mouth. Aaron is ill, so we have to make a change. But that's how it is. We have to make a change. Like, he's obviously not very pleased that Dalot has to start. Like, he's literally saying, I have to do this. I don't want to. I have to. And then he says, they, and pretty much just picture Dalot when he says they. They know the rules and the principles. Now they have to show it on the pitch. Cool. Let's see if Dalot can do that. I think he can. Against Luton, to be honest, it would probably make my video pop even more if he didn't. So that's me being completely honest. But I would prefer Dalot to have a good game against Luton, and us to just celebrate for once. Can't even celebrate though. It's just kind of the season's a bit. It's been tainted by the referees as well as certain players. Mackenzie, I think she's saved up for ages to buy them because there's no way it's just a couple of months worth of saving. Now, to be fair, I think that's the highest price resellers are selling for. I don't know how much my mum bought for. That's mad. Fair play. Shout out to Mother Mackenzie. Pretty cool gift. Okay, so Ten Hag's also come out and said, a physical match? You have to win your duels. You also need good organisation on the pitch and defend well. Even more, you need quality with the ball, moving the ball and creating chances. Okay. Erik Ten Hag, important to take the 3 points before the break. We know we have to win this match. At United, we have to win every match. The approach is no different. Okay. Onana had this to say. When we play at Old Trafford, having the support of our fans is something extraordinary. We really need it at the moment. We all know the situation at the club, and we need them to support us. The key is to be united. We were very good in the last game until the red card, which changed everything. We have to be good with the ball and efficient. I hope the attackers score a lot of goals because that's what we need. Okay, emphasis on the attackers today. Andre Onana finally had this to say: "Of course we are confident, we always will be. We are United, the biggest club in the country. Of course, things don't go the way we want, but we have to stay positive and calm." Okay, there's an anti-Glazers protest taking place outside of Old Trafford. I don't know about you guys. This may make me sound really negative and, you know, like no hope and all of this stuff. The whole anti-Glazer thing, it's kind of like, I'm not even like, in no way am I pro-Glazers because they're obviously a net negative on the club, but like the whole protest thing, it's if they didn't sell the club after the Qataris were willing to like pay 4 billion or whatever they were for it, I think they raised 5 or maybe 6, I don't know, I can't remember, ridiculous money. If they weren't willing to sell it then, and people thought that they were willing to sell the club and they were going to sell the club because of all the protests, they're not gonna, like, they don't care. It's their business. Like, nobody gives a shiz about, well, the Glazers don't give a shiz about 40 odd people holding up signs about get the Glazers out. Like at the end of the day, it's their business, and what they'll do is what profits them because they're billionaires who have pretty much got where they are by pissing people off. So, yeah. Angels Assemble, Diego, how you doing, man? Admin, have you mentioned this Varane, Eric Ten Hag fallout rumor? Yeah, I touched on it briefly. I think it would be ridiculous if they did fall out because it just kind of shows that Varane's a bit childish, because at the moment, the reason Varane isn't playing is because Maguire's in better form than him. And it's kind of like a repeat of the Cristiano Ronaldo situation. You get old, you're not performing on the pitch, you're not giving the team what they need, you get dropped. And with Varane, he's not giving the team like what they need on the pitch. He had a few shaky moments against Copenhagen, one which could have very well led to a goal. But additionally, Maguire, he's on form, our best centre-back, and his preferred position is right centre-back. So if Ten Hag's going to go based off of form rather than reputation, which he's shown to do when he dropped Cristiano Ronaldo, why would he not do the same for Varane? And if Varane is upset by that, then it just shows that he's being childish. And it's like he doesn't really care about the team, he cares about him playing football. So, in my opinion, if Varane has an actual problem with it, Saudi Arabia, you go, 30 mil to us, we get another centre-back in January. All good. Like, Varane, as soon as you take Martinez out of the team, Varane isn't what he is. So it's like, what's the point of keeping him? And his best days are clearly past him. Like, there's question marks over Casemiro, but Varane definitely, like, his best days are definitely past him. And this is going to sound like I hate Varane or whatever, but if you look back on Varane's career, he was never... People give him credit for organising a defence, and I'm not going to lie and say, oh yeah, Varane has no bloody credentials when it comes to organising defences. Like, you don't win the amount of Champions Leagues you do, well, he has, without having a good set of organisational skills as a defender. But Sergio Ramos was leading that defence back then, and Varane is a bit of a... He's a bit of a... I don't know how to call it. When you've got like two centre backs, usually one takes the lead as the organiser and the other one is the enforcer, or they kind of balance each other out. It's clear to see that during his time at Real Madrid, Varane's time at Real Madrid, Sergio Ramos was the organiser. He was the leader. He was the like proper person organising that defence. And the same for for Varane's time at Man United. Martinez was that guy. He was the one organising. He was the one pulling the strings, making those passes in between the lines. and Varane was just the enforcer there with his physicality, with his duels, all of that stuff. So I think when Varane comes into the side, he needs that other type of player who will organise him. Maguire, he's a bit of a weird one because he's a 50-50. You see him at times organising the defence and where everyone should be, but then at other times he kind of just takes a back seat. So I think all in all, Varane definitely should be sold in January. When you look at the cost benefit of it all, I don't see what more we're going to get out of Varane. And if Saudi were to offer something like 30, 20 mil, which we could use on like a younger defender, centre-back who's coming up, but we were linked to a bunch of centre-backs, and it's been reported that we want to get a centre-back in January. So why not get the funds from Varane going to Saudi Arabia and then using those funds to replenish the squad? I think that's the best way forward. Because especially if Varane wants to play games and he's going to be upset about it, because at Man United, you don't get to play games because of your reputation. It's like whoever's on form, you get to play. So, yeah, I think it would be best for all parties for Varane to leave in January. Diego, yeah, Varane always had that solid partner so he can sit back a bit. Mackenzie, if we're selling him, sell him to a Saudi team that will spend 40 plus just for the name. Yeah, exactly. They were linked to him in the summer, but yeah, they Fabrizio dispelled that rumor. But if that's the case, then I mean, from what we've seen this season, I'd take 30 mil for Varane at least. What other players do you guys think that we should get rid of? Because I'm thinking of doing like a little mini series of just videos of players I think that should leave the club. Like do one a week of just individual players that need to be sold. If not in January, probably not in January because we know we're not going to do that much business. I don't think Jim will be that quick, but in the summer, at the earliest, probably. Who would you guys sell? Who do you think just doesn't have a future at Man United? Mackenzie, sold Varane for 82 million on Football Manager to Al Ali. I think we should do the same in real life. You know what? I'd actually be in favour of the Saudi League if they gave us 82 mil for that. I'd be a lot happier and a lot more accepting of it. Fair enough if they just want to be like a Legends League and have all the old players who are injured like 80% of the time, but when they come for the youngsters, it's just quite sad, really. Caleb, Mount and Anthony. I think Anthony, it's a hard one. It's a hard one, guys. I think Anthony was still being a bit too soon on. Like realistically, Anthony's had one season, and then the start of this season was destroyed for him because of the whole allegations and him getting dropped and all of that stuff. So it's hard for me to go 100%. Anthony is not a Man United footballer, despite his clear weaknesses with his lack of a right foot. Mount as well. Mount's crazy. Mount is I don't know, you can't say... Caleb, come on, you can't say Mount it should be sold already. He hasn't even played like 10 games. And when you look at like a proper squad, I think having Mason Mount in there isn't a bad player to have. Like, God forbid anything did happen to Fernandes, we would be absolutely sorted having Mason Mount there. So he's worth it for squad depth anyway. Lindelof is definitely on sale watch. He's definitely... This season, I went back because I'm going to drop a video tomorrow on one player who definitely needs to be sold and who just doesn't have a future at Man United. And so I was watching all of our matches back, the highlights so far this season, just seeing what I think went wrong and pretty much going step by step, like, okay, this is what the mistake was and this is how it led to this goal, and trying to explain it the best way I can. And just by looking at this one other player, I looked at Lindelof and he popped up quite a lot as well. So Lindelof's definitely one to watch out for on the sale list. But I think Lindelof, is he good enough to be third choice? I'd say Lindelof is a fourth choice centre back. I think that's his level at Man United. Ideally, I'd like to see when Martinez is back, Martinez on the left, Maguire on the right, and Lindelof third choice, maybe fourth choice. And then if we sign a new centre-back in the summer, we should be looking to sign a young, hungry centre-back who would become our third choice and who would push Martinez and Maguire to stay on their game. Otherwise, they would just slot straight in. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the future of Ten Hag's centre-back options. Malacia on loan, though, not so... Malacia on loan's a hard one as well because we haven't seen him this season. Last season he started well, but then we saw his flaws. He could have improved since then, but how can he improve when he's not playing and he's injured? Unless he's watching a lot of football, maybe to improve his IQ. But I don't think I can push for a Malacia on loan at the moment. I think Sean Malacia is a good couple of left-back options. I think that's our future. That's our left-back position sorted for the next couple of years at least. Caleb, he will never look right in a United jersey. He will always be a Chelsea player in his heart. I think it's a weird one with Mason Mount. Never be a United player. Never look right in a United jersey. Will always be a Chelsea player. But all it takes is a few big games in a United shirt, and all of a sudden he's a United player. I think people have. It's an interesting point you make because people have to get past that to consider him a United player rather than a Chelsea player. And the problem is, to consider him a United player over being a Chelsea player, he needs to achieve more in a United jersey and have better performances in a United jersey than he has had in a Chelsea jersey. But he's won the Champions League with Chelsea, so he's going to need... I think if Mason Mount's a part of a starting 11 or starting squad, or like a part of a squad with Man United who wins the Premier League, then people will always remember him as a United player because he'll be a part of the squad that won Man United the league for the first time in over a decade. But it's a good point you make because those types of perceptions are how people consider players. And yeah, I think he definitely needs to have some more big games. But to say that he's not a United player right now, I don't know. Soto, so I cannot fathom a loss today. I don't think we're losing. I think the only question mark I have is over Delo, and Delo usually has good games against lower opposition. So because that's how his cycle goes, people will think that he's good again and all of this, and yeah, I think it's going to be an easy win today. Mackenzie, Mount is going to have to win us a Prem and a Champions League to be a United player, Miles. Bloody hell, mate, both of them. Not just for Premier League. It's tough for Mount. Tall orders. He did say more than he's won at Chelsea. Yeah, true. But when I say more, it could be like significance. So like that Champions League, was it significant for Chelsea? Kind of, but like I guess it was significant because they beat Man City at the time, but in overall football significance, it wasn't that significant. To win a Premier League with Man United after having them not win one for 10 years, like, that's significant. People will remember Mason Mount for that. Okay, so we're just about to kick off, I believe. We're just having the moment silence on screen here. So a Prem, yeah, I'd say if Mason Mount wins a Prem with United, he is officially a United player. That's what I'd say. Because has he won a Premier League at Chelsea? I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. Surely. No. Caleb, what would your United win a league or Champions League? I'd prefer United to win a Premier League, to be honest. Champions League is always like it's a nice to have, but it's like a flash in a pan. Like to think that Chelsea were Champions League winners a couple of seasons ago and then now they're terrible. It shows that you can, with the right tactics and right players at the time, win a Champions League even though you don't deserve it. Whereas a Premier League, you need to be the best team in the country. So you need to show that you're better than 19 other teams. And that overall means that you've got a better squad and you're in a better position in a footballing sense, rather than winning a Champions League. And that's why we haven't been able to win a Champions League. We've been able to win a Europa League, but again, yeah, that's not the Champions League, is it? But still, it goes to show that like those kind of European Cup competitions, you can win them. You just have to beat the odd team every now and then, whereas beating every single team that's had investment to it in the Premier League, I think that's a very hard task at the moment. Sotos, I'd start Pellistri on the right and have Mount, Amrabat and Varane in instead of Ericsson, McSauce and Lindelof. I don't get why we're playing with no holding mid. Because that's how... Well, when we're playing against lower level opposition, so Luton Town, 17th in the league, we're looking to dominate possession. And when you look at the Copenhagen game, we were dominating possession. And when we were dominating possession, surprise, surprise, we created chances, we're 2-0 up. Red card, we've got 10 men. We've got to come to terms with the fact that we're no longer going to dominate possession, even though we've set up to dominate possession. And that's why at halftime, Ericsson was off, Amrabat was on. When Amrabat's on the pitch, it's basically Ten Hag admitting, okay, we're not going to have more possession than the opposition. Okay, so we've just kicked off here. Let me get this all set up for us. But that's why we're not playing with a CDM at the moment, because if we do play with a CDM as well, our creativity goes down so badly that Bruno Fernandes has to keep dropping back to the centre-backs. Whereas having Ericsson there, who can spread the ball at the back, this allows Bruno Fernandes to get further forward, which means that we're going to have more creativity as well, because Bruno Fernandes is our most creative player, and when he's in the final third, there's more chance that he's going to actually find a pass. Whereas that wouldn't be happening if we had a CDM, because Bruno wouldn't be in that position. And as for Pellistri on the right, I did think that Pellistri deserved to start on the right against Copenhagen. But Rashford has shown that he can be creative on the right-hand side as well. He's assisted a few goals for Højlund. So out of everyone in the team, Rashford and Højlund, Højlund's been supplied by Rashford the most. Let's sort out this timer as well, sorry. So yeah, I think I think Rashford... I think Rashford on the right-hand side isn't a bad shout, and he was having a decent game. Like, look at the game versus Copenhagen. Our first goal came from Rashford sitting in deeper, waiting for Wan-Bissaka to run past him, finding him, and then Wan-Bissaka finds McTominay, who finds Højlund, and just like that, straight down the right wing, we've got a goal. And as for Varane, Varane has been taken out of the team because on form, I don't think people have realised yet, or they're willing to accept it or admit it, but Maguire's been our most informed centre-back. So why wouldn't you play your most informed centre-back in their preferred position, which is right centre-back? And Varane clearly can't play left centre-back or is not open to it. Or Ten Hag just doesn't think that he's good enough to play there. Okay, Maguire at the back here. To Lindelof. Sotos, I still think, especially with the injuries at the back, we've got to give Amrabat more game time. I'm not confident in our back four. I think had Wan-Bissaka not been ill, he would be playing and this would be our best back four that we could have gone with. But we've had to settle with Delo at right back because Wan-Bissaka got ill, unfortunately. Okay, so Eriksen at the back here now. Eriksen to Rashford. Rashford to Delo. And Delo back to Maguire. Also, bear in mind when you're watching the match today, when Wan-Bissaka was at right back, he was getting forward and his link-up play with Rashford was pretty good. Højlund on the floor there. Garnacho, lively, looking for a cross, wins the corner. Bear in mind that when Wan-Bissaka was playing, he got forward a lot and he was passing forward a lot. Very rarely in that first 20 minutes against Copenhagen did Wan-Bissaka pass back to Maguire. Watch Delo's game and you'll see that he very rarely tries to get the ball forward. It's a lot of the time it is just passing it back to Maguire, which any right back could do. It's essentially just an Antonio Valencia job. Maguire in the box. Maguire waving his arms for something. So it looks as though Maguire fouled the Luton player, but Maguire's gone to the referee to signal something. This guy's arms up in the air, just as he did against Copenhagen, saying that there was potentially a handball, or what's Maguire saying? Potential handball. It did come off his arm. It was his upper arm. It did come off the Luton player's upper arm. I don't know if they're going to give that. I don't think they have. And we play on. No pen. Says Calum. Okay, Højlund sprinting forward here. Down the left wing. Using his muscle, but then just giving the ball away. Okay, Luton have the ball. But it did go out of play, so it's a throw-in for United. Calum, Everton scored, then gave away a pen 30 seconds later. They must got McSauce play. I was about to say that sounds like a United thing to do at the moment. Okay, United at the back here. Maguire on the ball. Delo to Lindelof. Lindelof plays a ball forward to McTominay, who's darting into the box. Rashford on the right wing tries to shoot, but he absolutely skies it. Okay, 6 minutes in, we are dominating, just as you'd expect. We just need a breakthrough. We just need a goal in the next 10, 15 minutes, and then we're on track to cruise in FC, and we can all enjoy our Saturdays, hopefully. Or Saturday. Okay, Maguire at the back. Caleb, did you see the Tottenham result as well? I actually feel quite bad for them. Okay, Lindelof to Sergio. Sergio back to Lindelof. Lindelof to McTominay. McTominay spreads it wide to Rashford. Rashford doing a bit of a hand movement to Delo over there, saying, get out wide. Okay, Maguire on the ball. Maguire to Delo. And Delo back to Maguire. Get used to that. We're going to see that a lot. Sergio on the left. Whips a cross in. And nobody can meet it. Bruno Fernandes on the ball. Bruno to Maguire. Maguire to Lindelof. Building up from the back. Building up. Okay, Sergio down the left wing. Sergio to Lindelof. Lindelof to Bruno. Passing's good. Okay, Garnacho. Garnacho down the left wing. Cuts in. Bruno. Bruno back to Maguire. Lindelof on the ball. Eriksen. Deep. Spreads it wide as he should. Sitting at the base of that midfield. To Rashford down the right wing. Rashford back to Maguire. Maguire to Delo. Okay, Rashford was making a run, but Delo couldn't find him. Marcus Rashford sprinting forward now after Maguire. Okay, Rashford. Oh my God, Højlund. What a miss. Marcus Rashford. Okay, so Maguire plays the ball forward. Marcus Rashford absolutely sprints. Okay, he finds the cross, but deflection off the Luton player, to be fair. It wasn't a clean cross. And then Højlund can't convert. We should be 1-0 up here. Wow, I want to see a slow-mo of that save. I want to see if it was a good save or Højlund didn't position it right. Fernandes. Into the box. Okay, realistically, we should be destroying Luton here. Like, it's clear to see that we're the better team. What we can't do is concede a goal and then for them to get some spirit behind them and literally just camp in their box. Even though they are just camping in their box already. Okay, Garnacho, foul 1. Down the left wing. Oh, I want to see a replay of the save. Højlund really should have scored there, to be honest. It looked as though he should have scored in it, at least. It's funny how players have these things where they can be so clinical in one competition, but in another they're just not as clinical. We're half seeing it with Højlund in the Premier League because there's no difference to that chance than some of the other chances that he's got against Copenhagen and Galatasaray, but he's able to convert those in the Champions League. What are the stats saying? Let's have a quick look. We're 11 minutes in. As predicted, we have been set up to dominate possession, as we should. We are Manchester United, and this is Luton Town at home, and we are absolutely all over them like a rash. 2 shots, 1 on target, 93% possession. Luton Town have had 9 passes. Yeah, this realistically, I'm sorry, but how we can go down from here, I don't know. This game should be an easy win. McTominay to Lindelof to Onana, back to Lindelof to Sergio. We've got so much space at the back. We've got so much space to pass it around. It's a good save. Just saw it back. Okay. Fair enough. Maguire to Sergio. Okay, looks like a throw-in for Luton Town. Luton Town have put, what, like 10 passes together? So I think if Luton Town were to get a result here, it would probably be one of the worst. Probably one of the worst results at Old Trafford ever. Okay, Højlund pressing. Rashford pressing down the right wing. Good defending from Rashford. Okay, we're keeping Luton in their half. We're pressing like wild animals here. Maguire on the ball. Now he's being pressed. Boots it forward. Okay, Eriksen trying to find Rashford on the right wing, but plays it out. Yeah, we need that goal. I don't see where Luton Town goal really comes from, to be honest, unless someone makes a grave error, which we're obviously not immune to. We could. Who will it be, though, is the question. Who's going to be the villain of the day? Maguire. Forward to Garnacho, but the Luton Town player picks it up. Okay, Luton come down their right. But we continue to press. We are pressing very well, as we should against Luton Town. Sergio, very good tackle there. Sergio back in full form. Good to see. Okay, Maguire at the back. Okay, McTominay to Eriksen to Fernandes. Good midfield triangle. That's what I like to see. Marcus Rashford to Delot at right wing. And Delot's cross. Ooh, close. It did reach the head of Scott McTominay, but he couldn't quite get the direction on it. Good cross from Delot there. Delot most likely to make the mistake. I probably disagree with that, Caleb. Even though I've got my opinions on Delot, I think these are the types of games where he thrives against low-level opposition, where he doesn't have to do any defending. Scotty McSauce, but ahead of there, yeah. We're knocking on the door. We just need to get a few of these chances on target now. Okay, Luton have the ball at the back. They've just increased their passes by about 200%. Okay, Luton playing it at the back. Nobody really pressing anymore. Okay, Onana picks it up. Well, where is this goal going to come from? We've had a couple of half chances. The biggest chance was for Hoyland, but we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen anything come to fruition yet. Okay, Delo back to Onana. Onana to a Luton player. Luton are attacking. Okay, yep, they've gone down the left hand. They've gone down their left-hand side. And they've got a cross in. And it's a goal kick. It's clear to see where Luton are going to try and target. They are going to attack down our left-hand side, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out why they're going to try and attack down our left-hand side. Or their left-hand side, rather. Mackenzie, bonjour. You've returned. You left a boy and you came back a man. How close have we been? Can't find my channel, so I can't watch. We got close with a Hoyland chance. I still haven't seen a replay, so I don't know if it was a good save or not. But Jahan's saying it was a good save. But yeah, we're pretty much dominating the game. They're toothless, really. It's just a case of us getting that goal now. We haven't had a barrel of chances though, which is worrying. Just a lot of possession. Okay, Fernandez out wide to Delo. What can Delo do? I'm watching you, boy. And he passes back to Lindelof. Yeah, pretty much the same as every game this season. Over ball, no shots, no goal. Yeah, we've had a few shots. Maguire out wide. What I'm going to be worried about is if we don't get a goal before 25th minute. Garnacho, that was terrible. He got into a really promising position, cut in, but his shot was well over the bar. That was not very good finishing from Alejandro Garnacho. Maguire, what a ball. Almost had a Garnizzi special. Wow. I don't know if I've heard anyone call him Garnizzi before Diego, but yeah, we'll see if we can make that a thing. Okay, so Alex Ferguson next to Big Sam Allardyce. Great. Big Sam for United manager will be the next clickbait title. Hoyland pressing. Sergio, good defensive work there, preventing the attack. Okay, Luton in our box now. Delo all the way over to the left-hand side. Maguire now at right back. Delo is completely out of position. Okay, shot. And Onana saves. I'd love to see a replay of that on why Delo ended up being our left centre-back. Lindelof going forward. Okay, Lindelof on the ball. Over to Maguire. Bloody hell. Okay, we need to actually wake up because this game's just going to tick past us if we continue at this pace. Like, it's Luton Town. We need to actually create some form of attack now. Okay, Garnacho on the ball. Down our left-hand side. Cuts it back to Eriksen, who plays it back to Fernandez. Fernandez whips it in. Ooh. What happened there? Rashford missed it, but I think McTominay missed it before him, which put off Rashford. Let's see. Fernandez whips it in. Rashford may have been offside. Yeah, I think Rashford was offside. McTominay goes for the ball, leaves it, and then the ball's at like Rashford's stomach height. So could have been offside, could have been. Realistically, he should have at least made contact with that though, to be honest. Okay, Delo forward to Rashford. Rashford battling his man. Finds Fernandez in the middle. Fernandez crosses. That's poor. Eriksen to Sergio. Okay, we've got some intensity with this attack. Garnacho, cut in. Fernandez, shoot. Well, it's just way over. Poor. We've had a lot of shots off target. What could Fernandez have done in this situation? He could have tried to slip a ball through to Højlund, but realistically, when you're there and there's like 4 Luton Town players in front of you, all you can do really is shoot or pass backwards, and he decided to take the shot. Okay, Luton coming down our right-hand side. Lindelof lets the ball play, but Maguire intercepts, and it is now a corner to Luton Town. Come on, man. Will a set piece be the downfall of Manchester United? We have approached the 25th minute and we've been dominating the ball. Based on trends, we concede around in the next 5 minutes. And then we try and get back into the game. Then the referees screw us over again. So based off of trends, we will concede in the next 5 minutes. If we're looking to turn a corner, we won't. Let's see what happens. Diego, my United quick sell list was Donny van der Beek, Sancho, Varane, but might include Eriksen. He offers a lot, but gets found out physically and for pace so often. I hope we can slot Mainu there. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's a hard one with Eriksen because I don't know if anyone else in the squad offers what he offers. So imagine we're 75th minute, we're drawing a game, we're dominating the possession, we're putting balls into the opposition's box, but nothing's quite getting through. Eriksen is the player that you bring on to break that team down because with his crosses, Fernandez almost found Højlund there. With his crosses, with his technical small short passes, Eriksen would benefit us in that position of a game. So I can see his worth. When it comes to actually starting games, I agree. He does get found out physically and for pace. The only reason he's starting today is because he'll start against low-level opposition. So he'll play against a Fulham, he'll play against a Copenhagen, he'll play against a Luton Town when we're going to dominate possession because he's not going to be under such a physical threat. Eriksen's definitely not a starting player in our best United side, but at the same time, would I sell him? For what you'd get for him, probably like 5-10 mil, I'd say it's probably worth just keeping him in the squad as just having someone around in midfield. Because even if he's just like a training player who improves the other players around him and the youngsters seeing his technical ability, I'd say that's still worth more than 5-10 mil. But when we're at the stage where we're still starting him in games, that just shows the level of the squad, because Eriksen shouldn't really be starting any games for Manchester United anymore. Unless they are against like Fulham, Luton. I'd say the bottom 5. I'd say Eriksen can get away with starting in the bottom 5 matches. So he's still got a use in the squad, just not. He's just not as prominent as he would have been. Højlund in the box. Fernandes. Okay, no. Højlund used his strength in the box to get a shot off, but he was surrounded by about 3 Luton Town players. So now we are back at it with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes finding Højlund in the box. Hold up play. I almost found Christian Eriksen. The Danish link-up almost happened. There it is, gents. The answer to the Rashford wing issue was Maguire all along. Højlund gets off that back heel pass a lot. Yeah, he's always looking for that back heel pass, isn't he? Sergio bombing forward but loses possession. Luton Town, long ball. Onana comes out. Do you know what's actually quite interesting? This is something that not a lot of people have been talking about, but it's kind of just clicked in my head. With Maguire, the main criticism about him, other than like the obvious mistakes that he's been making, is his lack of pace. But having a goalkeeper like Andre Onana who's willing to run off the line kind of allows Maguire to have a lack of pace and for the high line to stand, because when people try and play balls over the top, the goalkeeper will intercept and the goalkeeper will be there, and Onana will be there to clear it. So Maguire doesn't need the fastest recovery pace anymore if this is how Ten Hag wants to set us up. Which means that he can actually have a future at Man United. Okay, Sergio on the left. Garnacho, and it's a corner to Man United. Man, I'm not going to lie, the football's been kind of shiz. Like, if it was up to me, I'd take Garnacho off because he hasn't had a good first half. Put Rashford on the left and put Pellistri on the right, because Garnacho isn't showing me much right now. And Rashford isn't either, but he's playing in his least preferred position, so... Oh! Rashford just tried to cross the ball from the right-hand side, deflected off the Luton player, and it could have gone in the net easily, but it ends up being a corner. Okay, Eriksen with the corner. What can we do? Eriksen, cross. Yeah, nothing's happening. Yeah, no. Okay, Luton Town clear. Diego, agree. It's been low quality ball despite high possession. Yeah, it's just it's just definitely not clicking at the moment. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the positions that Garnacho's got into, I think if Rashford was in that position, he would get a shot on goal, which would most likely go in. That's what I think. Now the argument is, would Rashford get in those positions that Garnacho got in? But but we have seen him cut in, so there's no reason to think that Rashford couldn't get in those positions. Okay, Eriksen's deep. To Lindelof. Lindelof to Delo. Fernandez, long ball. And it's straight to the Luton goalkeeper. Man. I think this game could put anyone to sleep. Look at the people in the stands. They don't look very animated. Luton Town driving forward here. Long ball from Luton. Maguire defended well. Seems like Eriksen had a little knock there. Well, the only positive is we're not losing right now. But in terms of the quality of what we're seeing, it's very poor. Rashford, right wing, trying to find Garnacho, intercepted by Luton. And the funny thing is, the only difference between this team and the team that played against Copenhagen, that was willing to go forward and take chances and create more opportunities, was Wan-Bissaka. But now we've got Delo instead of Wan-Bissaka and down the right wing, and there's no link up. Like our attacking threat down the right wing has become non-existent with Delo and Rashford. Whereas with Rashford and Wan-Bissaka, it was quite apparent that they were trying to get forward together. Rashford now playing at right back. Maguire playing long ball to Garnacho to Fernandez. Fernandez shooting again. Why aren't we transferring the ball from one side of the pitch to the other? Because when Fernandez picks up the ball on the edge of the box after Garnacho passes to him, Rashford's completely open on the right-hand side. Like, we need to get faster at passing the ball from one side to the other, higher up the pitch. Maguire to Garnacho down the left. No, to Sergio, sorry. Sergio cross. And Luton defend it well. Kind of getting bored of these crosses, guys. Play some bloody football. Like, that's why Eriksen's in the squad. It's supposed to, or in the team, it's supposed to be ticking a lot more than this. Sir Alex having a good laugh with Big Sam. That's good to see. I wonder what they're laughing about. Looks like they're having a proper chuckle. Okay, Luton, cross, shot, good save from Onana. Just like that, we could have been 1-0 down. Big Sam offering some Luton tactics on the low, says Diego. Okay, shot from Andros Townsend, and Onana saves. Andros Townsend, the chicken feet expert. Chicken feet connoisseur. That ball may have been going out, but Onana saved anyway. That's what's going to happen, though. If they switch off, then we are going to concede a goal. We need a goal, and they should act like we do. Okay, Fernandez to Delo. What can he do? Finds Marcus Rashford. Going for the overlap. Oh, Rashford cuts in. Oh, Rashford finds Fernandes. Oh, Fernandes' ball over the top was too much. That was close to being magnificent from Rashford because everyone expected him to go for the overlap, but he chopped in, looking for the shot, but he may have chopped in too much, and yeah, that's the type of thing that we need to see. Though we need to see some creativity in the front three because everyone's become so obvious on what they're gonna do. And how they're going to play. But I want to see Marcus Rashford. I want to see Marcus Rashford take this game by the scruff of the neck and be the match winner here. This game's for the taking. It's just which United player wants to have their name up in lights and be the saviour. Luton Town going down the left-hand side. 1-on-1 with Delo. 2-on-1. What can he do? Cuts in. Maguire defends well against Andros Townsend. Very good. Maguire, very good. Maguire continues his good form. Still no goal, Mackenzie. It does feel like we're watching paint drying at the moment. Like, yeah. There's no real intensity or anything. It's kind of... I think Eriksen's coming off now for Amrabat. Looks like Eriksen's picked up a knock. Add that to the injury list. And yeah. Man. I think this may be up there with one of the most boring games that we've had this season, to be honest. Looks like Eriksen's got a knee injury. How many injured now? God knows, mate. God knows. Okay, Mason Mount is replacing Eriksen. Okay, this will at least bring some excitement into the match. We can watch Mason Mount have his say on his United future because everyone else is speaking about it so much. Let's see what Mason Mount can do. How early 0-0 to Luton is stupid. You could argue that we've had equal chances as Luton, so they had a good chance to score from a cross. We had a good chance to score from a cross with Højlund. It's the only difference is we've had more possession. That's it, really. Okay, Mason Mount is on the pitch. Let's see what Mason Mount can do. I think if we didn't get a win today, I'm still not going to be Ten Hag out, but it just looks bad for us, really. There definitely will be questions if we don't get a win today from people. Prove me wrong, Mount, says Caleb. Let's see if he can, Caleb. Let's see if he can. Højlund to Garnacho. Please, Garnacho. Oh my God, Garnacho. Garnacho is one of the most frustrating players, man. Oh, how many times this season has he got into good positions? Højlund literally passed the ball to Garnacho and he had all the space in the world. He could have run to one side, he could have run to the other, could have got a shot off. He called for the ball, he got it, and his first touch let him down again. People don't talk about Garnacho's first touch enough, but he could have kicked it through the goalkeeper's legs. He could have done anything. Oh, Garnacho, man. Okay, Mason Mount out wide to Rashford. Mount making a run in the box, but too many players around him. Rashford couldn't find him. Back to Lindelof and Maguire. Lindelof to Garnacho. Mason Mount. Poor ball. Oh no, it was McTominay, I think. Poor ball from McTominay. And yeah, looks like we're approaching half time, 0-0. All of the Luton Town fans look like extras from Lord of the Rings. Okay, McTominay ball forward. Sergio picks it up. Sergio crosses, but Luton defend well. And McTominay headers the ball out of play. Garnacho looks like he's now got an injury or feeling something. Or just frustrated, I don't know. It's hard to read what it's... Garnacho's got a very interesting face to read his expressions. Okay, well, odds are it's 0-0 going into half time against Luton Town. Yeah. Probably one of the most boring halves of football I've ever watched in my life. Let's see if we can change it in the next 2 minutes. Okay, so Marcus believes he should have got a throw in there, but the throw-in's been given to Luton Town, and Ten Hag and Marcus are not happy with it. Let's see. Looks as though we should have been given it. It's hard to say what to break down from this half because literally nothing has happened. Højlund, half chance. I just want to watch Mason Mount. Garnacho, chance, should have scored. So just people not being clinical really has been the story of the match. Rashford to Delo back to Maguire. Yeah. Okay, Luton Town in our half on the attack. Can they score before half time? I hope not. Delo defending, one person, Fernandez with support, cross, and it ricochets off Delo. Fernandez, what is going on here? Okay. Maguire picks up the ball at the back, sprinting forward. Maguire with some urgency, looking for that goal. Bloody hell, Maguire's a man possessed. And the urgency is completely gone, and we just cross it long. And yeah, play the ball long, and yeah, cool. Okay. So we are approaching half-time now. Half-time will commence any second. I haven't really seen Mason Mount since he's come on. I don't know if people just aren't finding him or what's happening here, but yeah, that's it. That's 0-0 Luton Town. Manchester United. What a joke. What a joke. So what do we make of that first half? I think that was one of the most boring halves of football I've ever seen. I think we wasted our chances. I think we can do a lot better. I think maybe bring on Martial, I don't know. What would you guys do to change how we played in that half? Because I'm kind of speechless with that. Nothing, literally nothing happened. Garnacho off, Rashford back on the left, Pellistri on the right. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I think with youngsters, you need to keep them fresh, and Garnacho, he's really not taking these chances. He hasn't taken the chances all season, and he's playing over our best top goal scorer last season off the left wing. I don't get that. Fair enough if Rashford was being horrendous and Garnacho was being really good, but Garnacho hasn't done anything to deserve the start over Marcus Rashford. Pellistri drives into space that Delo clearly won't. I'd be interested to see how many progressive passes Delo has made versus passes back to Maguire. Yeah. He made that one good cross to McTominay, but other than that, I can't think of anything that Delo's done. Whereas at least Pellistri, you've seen him driving forward. Not Pellistri, sorry. You've seen Sergio driving forward. And this is where Diego the Instagram comments show what they're made of again. Someone suggests take Rashford off, put Pellistri on the right. We look functional and creative on the left. On the right, we look purposeless and flat. So they'll blame Rashford for why we look purposeless and flat, even though in literally the game before this one, we saw that we looked creative down the right-hand side. And the only difference down the right-hand side is now we have Diogo Dalot instead of Wan-Bissaka. So surely you'd make the connection that it's because of Dalot rather than Rashford. But yeah, people say that. Garnacho should have scored. That man, he'd been our most dangerous foe. Scored that man, but he'd been our most dangerous foe. Has Garnacho been our most dangerous? He's got into spaces and then just blazed it over the bar. How? I don't see how that's dangerous. Oh, God. Yeah, the Instagram comments really are just a free-for-all. I'm not going to read some of those out. But, yeah. So, we're looking at 0-0. We need a match winner Is that going to come from Garnacho? I don't think it will. I think it's more likely to come from Marcus Rashford. And that is why Marcus Rashford needs to play on the left wing. I can see it being a typical Ten Hag decision of 60th minute, Garnacho off, Pellistri on, and then they'll switch over. But he won't do it a minute before the 60th, even though he should. And will it cost us? Maybe, but Luton Town look fairly toothless, so shouldn't really cost us. But let's see. Diego, I still believe Garnacho plays so much better with like unbelievable pressure on as a super sub. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I think also Garnacho does have blistering speed, but at the start of the match, all of these players are switched on against blistering speed because they'll face it against like every other team in the league. Whereas if you have Garnacho's blistering speed and the opposition have tired legs, then he becomes like twice as effective. Whereas if he starts and everyone's fresh, all he's really got is speed because his first touch needs to be worked on. And clearly his finishing needs to be worked on as well. So at the moment, all he's really got when he starts games is he's faster than some people. And you can't just be faster than people, otherwise, like, what are you going to get from that? Tong, I had to come back here to vent. Great. Garnacho, you moron. One touch. He ended up kicking the goalkeeper's foot as well, I think, after the Luton Town player got the ball. Yeah, Garnacho's, I don't know, I don't want to say decision making because he gets himself in good positions, but is it his finishing? Is it his clinicalness? Is it just his ability to pull the trigger? I don't know, but something needs to be looked at with that boy. He's not making the most of his opportunities. And if you're a youngster and you're getting these opportunities and you're still not making the most of them, do you know what happens to you at Manchester United? Proper Manchester United? You get benched. But he's not getting benched. Bruno needs to stop whining so much on the pitch. Bruno hasn't had a good first half, in my opinion. There were plenty of times where he could have spread the play. So when Garnacho did cut in, he would pass it back to Bruno, who then could have passed it to the right-hand side. So then he could have transferred it from one side of the pitch to the other. But instead he chose to take a shot and then just blaze it over. I don't know why. I don't know why he would do that. I understand taking shots at like 90th minute, like 90th minute plus, but when it comes to taking a shot when you're building play, when you're building up possession, it just looks like we're crossy, shotty FC at the moment. We're not seeing any technical play, which does lead me to believe that Martial should come on at the 60th minute, Højlund off, and Pellistri on at the 60th minute, Pellistri on the right, Martial up front, Rashford on the left, and then see where we go from there. And I think we would do very well. I actually do think that we would score within the next like 5 to 10 minutes after all of them three being on the pitch together. But let's see what Ten Hag has in store for us. Who knows? Mount's been fairly anonymous since he's come on, but not a lot of people have found him. Like, we've been heavy down the left-hand side. Mount's been playing down the right-hand side. And Delo always passes back to Maguire, so the only real opportunity we have of seeing Mount get into the game is either Maguire passing to him or Rashford passing to him. But with Rashford and the confidence that he's on and the amount of stick that he's been getting, I don't think Rashford really wants to take too many risks, and he's just going to be making the safe pass rather than trying to find balls forward. All in all, welcome to the home of honestly biased sports content. I blame it all on Dalot. I blame everything on Diogo Dalot. Meanwhile, Arsenal are winning 1-0 against Burnley. Good for them. Good for them. What are the stats saying so far in this match as well? Let's have a quick nosy at that. Okay, so here are the stats. Luton Town have had more shots on target than us. Oh my god. We've had 7 shots. They've had 4. We've had 1 shot on target. And that was probably Hoyland's chance. 1 shot on target. And they've had 3 shots on target, despite only 24% possession. We've had 76% possession, and it's all been meaningless. We haven't got anything from it. Passes, yep, triple, cool. Pass accuracy, good, on point. We always foul the other team more than they foul us. I don't know why that is. Sides, we've had more corners, more opportunities from corners, more shots, but not accurate. And here we are, 0-0 with the likes of Luton Town, the prestigious Luton Town. What is going on here? Mount needs a goal. I'd be happy to see Mount score a goal in this match. That would take a lot of pressure off him. Be important to pick up 3 points here, and if Mount was the one who got those 3 points, I think it would shush a lot of people up. But bloody hell, man. This is atrocious. It's terrible. I can't even hide it. Like we need a goal. This is really bad. Like, if this game finishes 0-0 at home to Luton Town, what does that say? And here's one thing. People gave this man a lot of credit last year. I'm starting to point the finger. Benny McCarthy, where are you at? Is he on annual leave? Has he just like left the team, or what's been going on? Benny McCarthy last year was getting like taught-it, like everyone was going, oh yeah, he's great. He's all of this, like amazing coach, love for Benny. And we were scoring goals for fun, and it was great, good vibes. This year, you've got to somewhat look at the coaching, like behind closed doors, on like none of our forwards are scoring goals. Why can none of them? Why are none of them clinical anymore? What's happened here? Tong, I still think if we lose or even draw, Ten Hag, you heard that chant from Luton fans, sacked in the morning. Yeah, draw is not good enough against Luton Town, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'd give Ten Hag criticism for it, because if he doesn't go with Rashford on the left and Garnacho off and Pellistri on the right and Martial, like, if he doesn't make any changes, then it's his own downfall that he's creating there, because you need to make changes after that. Surely you can't look at that and be like, oh, that was a successful half of football. The other team have created more chances than us. They've had more shots on target. What's the XG? I want to see. There's usually a good Twitter page, XG Philosophy, that will tell us how the teams are doing. They haven't submitted anything for this game, annoyingly. They probably will after the match, but I can't imagine the XG is very good for us. I'm not going to lie, with only one shot on target. It's kind of mental against Luton Town. This isn't good enough, and there's no positivity, there's no hiding behind it. Like, this is literally just bad. Like, Ten Hag needs to make changes. He needs to make changes at halftime. Let's see what the people on the Instagram page are saying. So people are suggesting for Maguire to play in CDM. I don't know what they're talking about. Take Rashford off, silly. Garnacho needs to be taken off. He's not performing. Like, we can't keep playing Garnacho when he's not performing. Pellistri needs to come on. There we go, Michael. Okay, Michael Gunn. Shout out to you. You get it. Pellistri does need to come on. Tom Rashford, our number one scorer last season. Once he put his signature on a contract, look where he is now. It's a hard one. Should Rashford be performing better? 100% yes. Do I think that Rashford's the creator of his own demise? Yes, because I think he got in his head a bit when it came to the find Højlund, stop being so selfish movement against him. He started finding Højlund more. If you look at it, Højlund's, like, the person who's created the most goals for Højlund is Marcus Rashford. And yeah, I think he's kind of got lost in the negativity when he should be focusing on the positives. So it's up to him, really. That's why his whole celebration's about him pointing to his head. Like, it's him getting his headspace clear. And that's something which he just hasn't been able to do at the start of this season. And whether you're a big fan of Rashford or not, you can clearly see that one of his downfalls as a player is he needs to be in the right mindset to perform properly. Like, he doesn't just perform 7 out of 10s, 6.5s out of 10s every game. Like, he needs to be in the right mindset to perform. So, yeah. Disappointing from him. Disappointing from him this season for sure. But I don't think it's the contract that has changed it. Okay, so the second half is underway. Mason Mount nutmegging people for fun and getting dropped to the ground there. Tong, let me ask you, if we get a penalty, who would you get to kick it? Bruno, Højlund, Rashford, Mount or Maguire? You know what? I'm glad you put Maguire in that. Maguire's got an amazing penalty. In the Euros, Maguire was made of absolute steel. And his... Bruno just created a chance for Højlund, and Højlund couldn't get out on target. Frustrating there from Højlund. Should have really done better. That was a free header as well. Let me ask you, if we get a penalty, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Maguire, because Maguire's actually got a very good penalty. And he's got very good composure when it comes to penalties. In the Euros, he scored one, like, top bins. I think it was against Italy. Yeah, it was against Italy in the Euros, Euro final. And Maguire, even though he had a terrible season beforehand, was composed as all hell. However, oh God, Delo giving the ball away. Luton on the attack. Luton over Andros Townsend. Terrible shot. Delo sloppy there though, as always. But it's going to be Bruno. Bruno's going to get the penalty. Who would you give the penalty to, Tong? Townsend is a muppet. Hey, he's just a guy who likes chicken feet, okay? Don't need to put a good man down, yeah? Although he is a muppet. There's a lot more intensity in this second half. I think both coaches have said to their players that you've been putting everyone to sleep. There's at least 100 people in the stadium who have been in comas since the first half. Mount, you'd give a penalty to Mount. How's Mount's penalty kick record? And why would you give it to Mason Mount? Oh, purely for confidence, to try and get him up, or to avoid the whole 007 thing, or whatever the kids are bantering about. Is that why? It's a hard one though, because situations like that, when you give it to players who need it, it can either do one of two things. If they score, it can boost their confidence and be like, oh, okay, cool, I scored, I've got it off the books. Or, poor from Rashford there, caught out by Luton, but he tracks back and still defending well. Poor from Rashford, but he defended it well. Garnacho running forward now. The intensity is uncomparable to the first half. Yeah, it works two ways. If Mount scores, it may take the monkey off his back or whatever, but at the same time, imagine he misses that penalty. So we get a penalty to decide the game against Luton 0-0, give it to Mason Mount, and then he misses it. And then the pressure's just double on him and he feels like absolute shiz. Like, it's always a gamble giving the penalty to someone who's off form. Second, I would give to Højlund, but what if he misses too long? Yeah, no, that'd be terrible. Good defending there from Rashford, preventing the cross. Delo, one-on-one defending. How's he going to do? And the player goes straight past him. Yeah. Delo, one-on-one defending. Now Rashford comes back and helps him because he needs it. Okay. Rashford to Bruno. Bruno out wide to Garnacho. Can't keep it in. Tong, I'm done with Garnacho. You're done with Garnacho fully or just for this game? Can't be done with him fully, surely. But Pelistri, por favor. Just this game, yeah. I think, I think today's not Garnacho's day. From what I've seen, he's shown more intensity in the second half, but still, I think he's still a sub player at the moment. He hasn't done enough to start for me. He's just starting because of circumstance. Something needs to change about this attacking lineup though, because they literally can't score. Like the fact that we're relying on McTominay to score in the Premier League, and that's why he's in the side, is it's bad. It's really bad. Okay, Garnacho down the right. Gets tackled. Is Rashford playing on the left now? Have we seen that? See what I mean, Garnacho? You don't have to tell me, Tong. You don't have to tell me. I don't think he's had a very good game. I would definitely say sub him off for Pellistri and then play Rashford down the left. And we can already see Rashford playing down the left now, so Ten Hag's done half of it. Just needs to sub off Garnacho now. At least Garnacho's putting a shift in to defend. He kind of sprinted back there. Delo to Fernandez to Maguire. I think Maguire, without a doubt, has been our best player today, to be honest. I don't think he's put too many feet wrong, and everyone else has just been so sugar. Everyone's been so bad. Well, not even bad, just mediocre. It's like they're just there. They're just there for the day, on a day out or something. Like, there's no urgency. Okay, Rashford coming deep. Rashford crosses to Garnacho down the right. Garnacho to McTominay to Delo. Delo forward to Mason Mount. Mason Mount cuts in. Gives the ball away. Poor from Mount. Okay, Luton Town up the back here. Andros Townsend versus Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford defending. And Luton Town play it back. Bruno pointing to Rashford and Sergio saying, stick on your men. We're in a life and death battle with Luton Town right now. We're in a life and death battle with Luton Town at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes going forward. Bruno Fernandes out wide to Sergio. Sergio cross. Højlund tries to get it but can't. Rashford takes it down back to Sergio. Sergio to Lindelof. Rashford left wing, what can he do? There's like 3 people in front of him. Rashford to Maguire. Maguire to Delo. Lindelof. Lindelof to Rashford down the left-hand side. Yeah, Luton are properly digging in. Rashford cross. Goalkeeper comes out to take it away. Back post. Good cross from him. Goalkeeper wasn't taking any chances. Lindelof. Back to Rashford. Rashford down the left-hand side. Tries to dribble, but wins the corner. Okay, we're starting to see Rashford play to his, well, closer to his best now that he's down the left-hand side. It's almost been an instant impact. Fernandez, cross. Mount. Rashford down the right wing, cross in. And Victor Lindelof, 1-0, boom. Created by Rashford, there we go. Rashford is everywhere. Rashford is Manchester United. 1-0, Manchester United. Thank you, Victor Lindelof. What a finish and what a cross from Marcus Rashford. Boom. Don't be so happy yet. Don't tell me it's VAR. Are they going to destroy it? Don't do, they can't take this from me. Don't do it. No. How can they? No, there's nothing. Nobody's touching anyone. Boom. Assist from Rashford. What a player. What a man. How did he score? Cross from the right-hand side from Marcus Rashford into the box. Yeah, I don't know. Marcus Rashford probably won't get the assist because it bounced off a Luton player. But then Victor Lindelof from a corner smashes it in the back of the net. Like with what? I can't see. What do you mean, Mackenzie? And VAR is over. Boom. 1-0 in the bank. Luton Town. Let's change the score. Bloody hell. And that man, Victor Lindelof, very good for him to get the goal, but Marcus Rashford involved again. Can't take it away from him. It was a normal goal, Mackenzie, from a corner. So it was corner, then it was a cross, and then, yeah, rebounded, and Lindelof smashed it home. Erasmus, poor ball to Marcus Rashford there. Hopefully we can hold the lead for once. I'm seeing a Mount. I'm seeing a Mount pop up in my head. I'm seeing a Mount goal coming. Lindelof defending. Delo just about getting it clear. Okay, McTominay to Fernandez down the left-hand side. Fernandez cross. Fernandez plays it to the right-hand side of the pitch. It ends up with Højlund. Højlund to Rashford. Rashford down the right-hand side. Back to Højlund. Højlund, cross, but it's blocked. And it is a throw-in to Manchester United. We want free. We want free. Man, Marcus Rashford doesn't even look like he wants to play for Man United, does he? I mean, putting crosses into the box. God. Doesn't even want to be here. What idiots, man. Okay. Garnacho to McTominay to Fernandez. Back to Lindelof. Back to Maguire. Back to Lindelof. Okay, Mount. What can he do? Mount bursting forward. Mount finds McTominay. Oh, he finds Delo. Why didn't McTominay take the shot? There's so much space for McTominay there. Rashford tries to run through some people, but he can't do it. And then Luton Town break. But McTominay gets back well. All right. So, guys, which one of you frauds said to sell Lindelof? I'm scrolling up. Who sent me that message in your sell list? Was it you, Diego? I got my eyes on you. Nope, it was Mackenzie. Mackenzie, you're an absolute fraud yet again. Happy birthday, by the way. Okay, cross. Cool. Onana collects, and we're safe at the back. Okay, Luton definitely have more intent in their play, but do they have the quality to match it? Tahith Chong obviously on the pitch again, and you saw him stick an arm out there, destroying my lovely Sergio, and he's raving at the ref, but Sergio won the foul. Very good, Sergio. That's just a straight arm out there from Tahith. Terrible. Terrible Chongi. Tong. I like Sergio. He plays 100%. Yeah, I think he was injured in the last few matches that he's played, to be honest, because it looked like he was rushed back a bit. And I think that's why he wasn't playing at his best. But today he's had a decent... Oh, God, Mason Mount. What are you doing? No. Give him the ball away, but wins it back. Okay, good. Okay, puts his hand up. Don't worry. He kind of corrected his mistake, but... Bloody hell, Mason Mount. That was terrible. But at least he wins it back. Yeah, exactly. As long as they make up for the mistake, I kind of don't mind it. If it's... Sometimes you see people who just don't or can't make up for it, and then they put their hands up and I'm like, yeah, no shiz, a-hole. Like, you obviously cost us that. Okay. Luton down the left-hand side. Defended well. And Mount back to make the challenge. Good for Mount. Long shot, but it was way wide from Ross Barkley. We're in this game and we're here to stay, but we need a goal in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We want to see some changes. I want to see Garnacho off. I want to see Pellistri on. I want to see Højlund off. I want to see Martial on. I want to see some movement. Come on, guys. Oh, Anthony's coming on. Is that what you're going, oh no? Mr. Spinneroonie. Oh, okay. In all honesty, that substitution is kind of questionable. I mean, Pellistri has been in good form, and he's gone with Anthony to come on. Yeah. It's questionable, but who knows? Anthony could come on and score a long ranger. He may be more suited to this game from what Ten Hag can see, so let's find out. Garnacho sprinting forward, wins a corner. These are probably Garnacho's last moments. Garnacho has been lackluster this season, in all honesty. As many of our forwards have been. Yep, looks like Garnacho's coming off, and Anthony is on the pitch. Let's see what Anthony can do for us. Okay, looks like there's going to be a corner with Fernandes and Rashford. Rashford crosses. Bruno crosses. And it ends up being a throw-in for Manchester United. Arsenal 2-1 Burnley now. Okay, Anthony pressing already. Good to see. To score a goal when he doesn't have to come on, it would be 17 for Spinner. Huh? Oh, Mason Mount almost creeps his way through into the box, but not close enough. Lindelof coming forward. Good challenge. Højlund. And he's dispossessed. Mount coming back. Very good for Mount. Okay, Mount finds Anthony immediately. Anthony on the attack. Anthony cutting in, cutting in, cutting in, cutting in. Finding Rashford. Oh, no, Rashford. Oh, no. Should have gone near post with that one. Poor from him. Okay, now Luton are on the attack. Oh, no. Okay, now it's a free kick to Luton. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, no. We're setting it up, aren't we? It's going to happen. Good from Anthony, though. That chance that he created for Rashford, it was good from him. So, fair play to Anthony. He's made an impact when he's come on. Okay, Luton player down now. Getting treatment. Read my last message about 15 minutes ago. I'm telling you, that's what happens with us. VAR or after 15 minutes. When Luton ties it. We've seen it so many times. Look at Copenhagen. Looks like there's a substitute here for Luton because of the player down injured. If that does happen, Tong, I will murder you for putting that into the ether, that energy, that prediction into the ether. I will murder you and I will block you. And yeah, I will throw toilet paper all over your house. This is the home of honestly biased sports content. All we are is positive. Auto ban if it happens. Amen, Nick. Amen. Nick gets it. Okay. Substitute coming on. I don't know why you're laughing, Tong. I'm deadly serious. If that happens, I will come for you, mate. You'll be getting a knock on your door. Okay, free kick here. From Luton Town. Got our precious Sergio lying on the floor. And the wall block it. Looks like Maguire got it to the stomach or the nuts. I don't know what happened there, but Maguire looks painful. Okay. Rashford down. Oh, Rashford looks like he's injured badly. Oh God, yellow cards for Luton player. Was he elbowed? Was he headed? What happened there to Rashford? Fucking hell. Okay, what happened there? Bloody hell. Looks like he got headed in the back of his neck. We must get a second goal just for our nerves. Yeah, we need it. Literally anything can happen in the last 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's Luton Town or whoever, like, anyone can score a goal. Tong, looks like I'm still part of the chat. You are for now. If it comes true, you're gone, mate. You're out the door. We had it with the Copenhagen game where Kenzie was where Kenzie predicted Rooney Bargy. He was talking about me entire stream, and he was saying how good he was. And of course, at the last minutes of the game, 3-3, but then 4-3, Rooney Bargy scores a goal. Like, we're not about this here. We're not about jinxes. We're not about curses. We're not about hexes. We just think about Man United winning, and that's all we think about. Very good run from Sergio, finding Anthony, who left it for Bruno, but Bruno couldn't steer it on target. Okay, another corner here for Man United. Bruno to take. Mackenzie messed up the chakras with the rune chat. Absolutely, Diego. We're not paying attention to the red card. We're not paying attention to Delo forgetting how to defend. It was because of Mackenzie, and we all know this. Okay, Bruno. Going for the corner. Come on, let's get the second goal. Rashford to Delo. Delo crosses to no one. Nick, can we start jinxing United then? In what sense of jinxing them? Rashford sprinting back to defend. That looks like a player who wants to play for the club, if you ask me. Would you sub in new players or keep the same? Last minute Anthony goal. Yeah, last minute Anthony. Oh god, Luton Town forward here. Oh no, okay, good. Mount's there, clear. Good, Mount, good. You're worth every penny just for that Mount, clearing up Delo's mess. Cool. Last minute Anthony goal. Okay, yeah, guys, can we all just type into the chat and just think while we do it? Last minute Anthony goal. Last minute Anthony goal. Højlund is down on the floor. Not looking good. Looks like he's either picked up an injury or something. Kind of pointed to his groin, but it looks like Martial was ready to come off anyway. Is Højlund doing a little bit of time wasting here? Are we time wasting against Luton Town at the 77th minute? Martial was ready to come on anyway, and Højlund's gone on the ground as soon as Martial's about to come on. Looking at this from a completely non-biased perspective, it looks like time wasting. But who knows? Højlund could actually have an injury, so that's great if he does. No, Højlund's back up on his feet and he's just walking straight up. We're time wasting against Luton at home in the 77th minute. Oh god, what is this? I don't think I've seen us time waste for a long, long time. Wow. Oh no, maybe he's not time wasting. He just spoke to Ten Hag, and then Ten Hag did a very frustrated face. Like a like that kind of face, you know? Where it's like just instant frustration of, oh man. So it could potentially be a recurring injury that's popped up or not. Yeah, Diego caught the Erik Ten Hag wince. Okay, Luton are attacking. I don't like how Luton are having the main attacks here. Now Onana and Lindelof are time wasting. Oh my god, we're time wasting. We actually are. We're time wasting against Luton Town. Oh, this is a sight to behold. Would you sub in new players or keep the same? Who's left on our bench? If anyone can pull that up, because I can't pull it up at the moment with the screens I've got up. Who's on our bench? Because we brought in Anthony, we brought in Martial. I am happy with the Martial bringing in. We brought in Varane. Who did we bring in Varane for? Lindelof. Has Lindelof gone off? I missed that because of the whole Højlund thing. No, Lindelof's gone left back. So Sergio's gone off. Yeah, I'm happy with the substitutions that Ten Hag's made. Bruno Fernandes, box. Cross in, almost to Mount, but defended well by the Luton players. Yeah, I'm happy with these subs. I don't think Mainu's would have been a good option anyway. Like, this is, if it was more of a comfortable game, then maybe, but we're kind of fighting to the death with Luton Town at the moment, so I don't know if that's the best idea to bring a youngster into that who hasn't started for United yet. Oh, cross. Okay, McTominay header. Good save from the Luton keeper. McTominay is dangerous in the box, man. I think it would have been onside as well. Of course, Kaminsky is suddenly prime Buffon. It's bound to happen. As long as we just get the ball behind the back of the net, I don't care what type of goal we score. We just need to fumble it in. Come on. Okay, Anthony. Last minute Anthony goal. Oh no. Okay, Anthony is being very direct and trying to dribble and cut in on his inside, but he wasn't able to. Mason Mount putting his arms out there like, why isn't the Luton Town player just giving me the ball? Just wait, there's still time for Anthony. Oh, I hope. Who are we saying for man of the match? I still need to do all the player ratings and stuff. Completely forgot about that because I was absolutely engrossed. The second half's been a lot more entertaining than the first. I'll say that for nothing. Ten Hag's got his notepad out with his multicoloured pen. You know he means business when you've got a multicoloured pen. A few people on their phones. Few people in the stands looking rather nervous. Can we hold off and win this game? Protect this house. Can we protect this house? Yes, we can. Okay, Luton playing it around the back. Rashford pressing. Ten Hag is going to put McSauce tight on Chong. Yeah, we've been seeing a little bit of Chongy, McSaucey action, to be honest. Two academy players, obviously, very familiar with each other's games. We can with that last minute goal. I like it, Nick. I like it. Let's see if you've got the magic touch. I wanna see if this Anthony goal goes in. Okay, we're in the 85th minute now. Completely forgot that the time wasn't even on. 85th minute now. What can we do? Can we secure another goal? Can we leave our fans happy during the international break? 1-0 up, still shaky, need that goal to clear it. Mackenzie. We're just putting the positive vibes out there now for Anthony to score a last minute goal. So Mackenzie, if you could close your eyes, blow out your candles on your birthday cake, and just wish for there to be a last minute goal where Anthony scores, then I'd appreciate it. Okay, the game's become a bit of a nothing match at the moment. No one's directly putting any effort on one side or the other. Shouldn't be this close against Luton. No way should it be this close. It's absolutely tragic, mate. Nah, I'm out for birthday dinner tonight. Mackenzie, man. I mean, proper Old Truthfordian here. Proper Old Truthfordian. Duly noted, my friend. Duly noted. Oh, wow. Delo tried, in honor of Mackenzie's birthday, Delo just tried to do a screamer half. He tried to do a volley from about 40 yards out and slipped and absolutely skied it. But had that gone in, it would have been the perfect birthday present for Sir Mackenzie. But I do appreciate your dedication to the cause, my friend. Okay, Marcus Rashford down the left-hand side. Oh, finds Mount. Cross in. But it's cleared by Luton. Mount hasn't been terrible since he's come on. Can't say it's been like an overall 10 out of 10 performance, but he hasn't been terrible. Fernandez corner yet again with Marcus Rashford coming short with him. Low, out wide to Rashford. Rashford cross in. Doesn't get past the first man. Mackenzie, don't even have headphones or anything. So I'm sat here with phone to my ear like I'm calling someone. Legend, man. Absolute legend. You should get the restaurant. If there's any screens, you should see if they can flick on the old YouTube, you know. Most of them have smart TVs, who knows? Put Old Truthford on. Everyone in the restaurant needs to watch. Everyone in the restaurant needs to know what's going on here. Eight minutes of added time. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, Lord. Eight minutes for the Anthony goal, says Nick. Plenty of opportunity. Plenty of opportunity for it. Nothing can stop Mackenzie from watching a stream. He's been to too many. Can't miss it. I mean, your loyalty card has been stamped 18 times, Mackenzie. 18 times. And that's why Mackenzie is our head of recruitment for the Admin's Angels. If anyone's interested in joining the secret cult of Old Truthford, the Admin's Angels, Mackenzie's the guy to speak to. Drop me a message if you are interested in joining the secret cult of Old Truthford, Admin's Angels. It's a secret chat within the Discord, which we don't speak about. And Mackenzie is the person who decides who comes in, who goes out. He's got it on tap. Tong, the ironic thing is the time that we wasted is the time that they added long. Oh, God. No, they added like twice. We didn't waste 8 minutes of time. Like, they've added on like double what we wasted. Nick, what are the responsibilities of Admin's Angels? Admin's Angels, they are the blood force. That's a terrible phrase. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm tired. They are the secret peeps who essentially are the regulars on the live streams. So you've got the likes of Mackenzie, you've got the likes of Diego, we've got Jahan, we've got Ibrahim, we've got Luke Taylor. I'm trying to remember everyone's names, but yeah, no, that's the secret order, the Admin's Angels. So they're basically it's just a group for Ilmi and Blaze. Ilmi and Blaze. They're the group that have tuned in to the live streams. So Luke, Ilmi, Blaze, thank you guys. So if you're interested in joining the Admin's Angels, the only responsibility is keep the Old Truthfordian live streams going. Tune into the chat, speak some absolute shit, stay positive, and yeah, predict Anthony last minute winners, which you've shown you can do, Nick. You've shown you can do. However, there is an initiation. There's Bruno free kick here as well. Oh, please. Oh, that's terrible, Bruno. There is one initiation that you have to do in order to get into Admin's Angels. And as much as Mackenzie keeps saying that you have to do him favors, I promise you they are not sexual and they will never be sexual. The initiation is, well, if you're interested, drop me a message and I'll let you know, okay? We'll keep the initiation a bit on the hush, okay? Oh God, Mackenzie and Jahan. Don't get me started. Jahan has been quiet this entire stream, and then he pops up as soon as Mackenzie mentions the fact that he's got a love triangle with him. Jahan, what? Bloody hell. You guys. What we've witnessed just there is Jahan. I bet Jahan wasn't even on the stream. Like, it's worse than bromance, Nick, man. It's worse than bromance. He, or maybe not worse, depending on how you look at things. But there's some kind of weird. I don't know if it's consensual. I don't know if one of them's underage. I don't know what's going on, mate. But I'm just trying to run a completely legitimate football YouTube channel here, and I've got Jahan and Mackenzie writing love letters in my secret cult chat, and I don't know what's going on with life anymore, okay? But if you want to join the Admin's Angels, drop me a message on Instagram, say that you're Nick Unbaked Panic, and I'll get you in, mate. But bloody hell, you guys, I don't know what's going on. Tong, Maguire our star player. Back to the football, I like it, Tong. Maguire our star player, stay down, or I think Maguire's played very well. It's going to be hard to say that Lindelof doesn't get a higher score because we have literally won the match because of him, and he's defended decently as well. But Maguire, single-handedly our best defender today. I'm hoping you meant message there, Nick. I was saying this during the match. I think Maguire having a keeper behind him who he knows will come out of his goal and stop people from essentially, like, so when Maguire plays higher up, he's going to be defending all of that space behind him, and we know he's not the quickest player. However, having Onana at the back, if teams do try and play those long balls over the top of him where he has to use his pace, Onana can just come out good save from Onana. Onana can just sweep a keeper out. So it kind of gives Maguire more confidence when he's further up and he's actually defending in a high line, which is good to see. Whereas with De Gea rarely moved past his goal line, so I don't think Maguire had as much confidence in a high line because he knew if someone got past him and he'd be screwed. Oh, Anthony in the box, a cross in from Rashford, ended at Anthony's feet, I believe, and he could have very well just got a last minute winner, and yet it would appear that it was not meant to be. It's been 8 minutes. Call the match off, ref. It's over. It's over. It's over. End of the match. End it. End it now. End it now. It's been 30 seconds. End of the match, ref. Ref, why are we still playing? It's 1-1. I mean, not 1-1. It's 1-0. Shit. Oh, God. Please don't be 1-1. Okay. It's 1-0. Come on. Nick, goddamn it, Anthony, I had trust in you. Oh no, it's in our box. Okay, just don't clear Fernandes to Rashford. Rashford sprinting up and final whistle, and boom, 1-0. Thank you very much. 3 points. Happy birthday, Mackenzie. And Romeo's even popped into the chat to wish you a happy birthday, Mackenzie. How sweet. For those of you who don't know, Romeo is Mackenzie's brother. We've got the two brothers in the stream. We've got 3 points for Man United. Let's bloody go. And Jehan's saying Liverpool, haha. I haven't had a chance to look at the Liverpool result. Let's have a look at Liverpool's. Wait, why are we laughing at Liverpool's result? They don't play till tomorrow. Wait, what? No, Liverpool drew against Toulouse or whatever. Oh, Liverpool drew versus Luton. Oh, okay. Beautiful things to see. And Crystal Palace, the plebs who beat us 1-0, are losing to Everton. So, yeah, stay down, plebs. Tonight we eat, gentlemen. Tonight we eat the 3 points. And we enjoy our international break. I'm going to be creating a few videos, calling players out, calling fake fans out. Well, people who I think are a bit overly critical. I guess calling them fake fans a bit too much. But doing that. And yeah, who knows? Maybe a couple more videos that are a bit more tailored to the future of what Ten Hag's Manchester United team is going to look like, as well as a video which I'm sure will go down a treat, why Erik Ten Hag will stay in his current job longer than Mikel Arteta. Just going to read your comments quickly before we clock off, and then I get ready to do the player ratings show. Emerald Deloman, Mackenzie. Only rock up once I've mentioned you. Maguire's stay the last few games. Yep. Delo has been woeful. Delo, don't worry, there'll be a special video on Delo. Or a mystery player who I'm not going to name. but yeah, for you guys, it's Delo. Mackenzie sat here eating a salad and listening to stream. You're living the high life, mate. You're living the high life. This is the type of dedication that makes you head of recruitment for the admin's angels, bro. Jehan, Mustafa, same old. What a day. Guys, for anyone who wasn't here for the start of the stream as well, Mackenzie's got a pair of trainers that are worth 5k. He's enjoyed himself by watching the greatest team to have ever played the beautiful game yoink 3 points off of plucky Luton Town. He's then enjoyed the fine company of all of you Old Truthfordians on this beautiful live stream, on this beautiful day. Everyone's so positive. Great. 1-0 up. Who cares about the opposition? We won a football game. 3 points. And bear in mind, let's have a quick look at the league table just to highlight a few quick points here, so that people don't buy into all of the media BS surrounding Man United. We are 6th. Awesome. Hopefully Newcastle lose. Hopefully Brighton lose. They are plebs. But what I want to pay attention to is plucky Tottenham, who has got all of the positive press. Oh my God, Ange. Oh, it's just a regular mate. Yeah, great guy. Okay, 26 points. Man United, 21 points. We're 5 points behind them. Yeah, 5 points in our worst ever start to the season. And Tottenham's, they could challenge for the Premier League. Guys, don't listen to the BS. Don't listen to all of the negative United fans. Like, realistically, we're going in the right direction. Yeah, we've had an injury crisis. Yeah, we've had to dig in deep for a few games. Yeah, the referees have gone against us. But who cares? Because Man United are just going to get better as the season goes on. Thank you very much. Now, let's go through your comments. So, 1-0 against Luton Town, 1-0 against Luton Town. A win's a win. Amen, Tong. Referee, blow the bloody whistle. And the whistle was blown. Hey, don't tell me Liverpool drew. No, Liverpool drew. Tottenham dropped points so good. Victory vs Luton. Good banting, guys. Cake anyone? Man United win on my birthday. It's just my birthday luck, you know. Yeah, Mackenzie. Lucky charm, man. Lucky charm. Like Spurs. From Mackenzie, right hand. Mackenzie, can you have a second birthday against Galatasaray? Have some luck in UCL. Yeah. We need it. Spurs are shizzle, says Romeo. Diego, that's just how we're going to play while I'm here. Doesn't hit the same from Big Ange when we lose again with 11 men. Well, that's just how they're going to play, mate. And if you care if I lose, then you care if I lose. But I'm just going to play my way. Okay, good for you, mate. Abdul, mate, questions have to be asked. Haha, Abdul, man, that game was so boring. Abdul, don't be a negative Nelly. What are you doing? Sick for right now. Mackenzie, I'll officially change my B-Day to a Galatasaray game. Don't you worry. I will sing you happy birthday if you do, Mackenzie, says Nick. Beautiful. So, guys, can we all get a happy birthday from Mackenzie in the chat? A little happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. See, this is where the whole restaurant where Mackenzie is just going to break out into song, and then everyone's going to sing happy birthday at once. Woo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mackenzie. Now, in 4 years' time, I will be charging £500 for that per clip on some kind of weird website that, I don't know, these weird but influencers do. Customized messages, happy birthdays, get in touch. But thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great day. I'll always remember Mackenzie's birthday. And yeah, hope you all have a lovely evening. I'll be live in like 5-10 minutes for shutting up shop to do the player ratings and all of that, if anyone's interested. But yeah, see you soon. And if not, have a lovely evening. Godspeed.